I'm Helen Stubbings from Hugs and Kisses in Tasmania, Australia. Here to show you one of our newer patterns. This one is called the Needle Know-It-All, and it's part of our Stitch Garden series. So it's an individual pattern, but if you're interested in running a program in your store, then you can collect all of them in the series as we release them. And run them as a program, a bi-monthly program or a monthly program. Sign your customers up to get a little surprise in their mailbox every couple of months. So this one's called the Needle Know-It-All, and it has embroidery on the front. So there's some satin stitch and then some back stitch and some knots, plus a little bit of applique, this lovely little applique sewing machine here. Just to let you know that it is a little case to store your sewing machine needles. So on the inside up the top here we've got a piece of flannel. It's some basically Hugs flannel, and we have all of our needle names embroidered here, and then the sizes across the top and a little box for each corresponding needle. And then in the bottom half we have pockets. So the idea is that you keep your packs of sewing machine needles, these ones or the Schmetz, any brand pack will fit in there. And as you probably know, when you take a needle out and put it in your sewing machine for a project, you stitch for a while and then you walk away, and you might come back a week later. And how do you remember what size or what type of needle that you have in your machine? It's very difficult to see just by looking, unless they're one of the color-coded ones, exactly what type and size of needle it is. So when you put the needle in your machine, we have this little marker here, just as a pin, a special pin, and you pop that in the square that corresponds with the type and the size of the needle that you've put in your machine. When you switch your needle out, if you're sewing something different and need a different size needle, then you can just pop that needle in its spot here, in the corresponding spot, rather than having to put it back in the packet, and you know that's one that's partially used. And all the needles in your packet are all nice and brand new and sharp. So when it gets a little blunt and you need to change it out, you'll know that you've got new ones in your packet, and pop your marker in so you know what's in your machine. So as with all of our Hugs and Kisses patterns, inside the pattern you will get the instruction booklet and the colour cover with all of their requirements. You also will get an iron-on transfer for the embroidery design, so that saves having to put it on a light box and trace. They simply iron the transfer onto the chosen fabric, either their own fabric or the fabric you've provided in a kit. They do get a black and white copy of the design as well, so if they prefer to trace or if they want to make more of them, then that's always included in our patterns as well. Also, because there are some applique in this project, using my Hugs and Kisses applique paper and our glue stick applique method, the instructions will refer to that method, and we include enough applique paper inside the pattern packet for them to make their project once. So everything they need to make the project is inside the pattern. They just need to add fabric and threads, or you as a shop could kit that up, make your own sample out of fabrics you have and kit it up and include it in their mail out. So the threads I've used are actually Presentia pearl threads, but you could use a stranded floss or an Aurifil 12 weight just as easily. And most of the fabrics here I've used are from my Basically Hugs fabric collection. But again, you can choose any fabrics from your store. So that's the Needle Know-It-All, available now.